Welcome everybody to the Billionaire podcast segment today, episode, whatever this is. My name is Larry Normile. Today I have a great guest for you today. His name is Larry Normile. He is our owner of Artistic Edition Tattoos. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's got a book in the makings right now called Billionaire Mindset coming out soon. And he is speaking at a summit this weekend for a Power Voice Summit with Les Brown and John Tallarico. I'd like you guys to come out and check it out. It'll be on Les Brown's official Facebook page, so go ahead and give that a follow and watch it. All right, now, first question I got for you, Larry. What do you got coming up? I heard about the summit. Are you excited about it? Yeah, I'll be on a Power Summit this weekend with Les Brown and John Tallarico. And you can go on my Facebook. I'll be posting it live. Les Brown will have it live on his Facebook, and John Tallarico also. If you want to come out, it'll be from 9:30 a.m. till, I believe, 4:30 p.m. Man, I've got a lot going on right now. I'm in the middle of starting a TV series show. I have a book that's coming out called Billionaire Mindset that I've been working on for some months now, and I have an author working with me on that. But I'm writing my story, and it feels good, man, and I'd inspire anybody to do it. Everybody's got a story, and I believe you should just want to hear it. I want to hear it. So write a book so I can hear your story. I've been watching your podcasts and they've been growing, and all of a sudden it just stopped. And all your viewers and everybody else, answer the question. I'm asking a question just to wonder why it stopped. What happened? Did something tragic happen? Just give me a breakdown. First, I want to start off by saying, I'm sorry guys. I know that you've been missing the podcast. I miss doing them. Since COVID kind of opened the doors back to my business of Artistic Editions, I had to start getting back focused in that, and then getting it back into a functionality of running itself again to where I could step out, because that's where I was at. I was working so much, and I've gotten it back now to where it's focused and I can pretty much step back from it again and focus back onto what I was doing. So I'm sorry about that, but in the middle of all that, I've also been writing a book, working on a TV series and stuff. So when I say I've got a lot going on, I got a lot going on, but that's no excuse. And I'm sorry guys. And I promise to you, I'll keep coming back with some more podcasts for you, and look out for me too, because I'm guest spotting on, I think right now I'm at 42 podcasts that I will be on of some very talented and gifted individuals. So keep an eye out, and you'll see I'll be posting them too, so you can see them and go give them a follow too, because they're good people. I would love to know where your mindset was when you first started into the journey of becoming an entrepreneur. Like, where were you financially? Where was your mindset? Just break that down to me. Give me a little breakdown of that. Man, let's go back to that day. So when I first started, I was already working at a tattoo shop, and I knew I wanted to open up a tattoo shop. I just didn't know if I didn't know when I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do one. I just didn't have the idea of how or when or what. So one day it was like, I just thought, and I was like, you know what? I saved up enough money. I felt like I was where I needed to be. I could finally open my own. So I did. I took the leap of faith and I jumped out and I did it. And 2 years through a whole bunch of trials and tribulations, which you'll see on the summit of why, that failed. Then I did it again and that failed. So where I was financially and emotionally, or mindset-wise, was I didn't have a whole mapped out plan of how I was going to do this. What I knew was I was going to become an owner of a tattoo shop. I knew I was going to have the most elite tattoo shop, and I knew I was going to be known all over the world and trend all over the world. That's all I knew. I didn't know how I was going to get there. I just knew I was going to get there. I opened up another tattoo shop. It failed. So then this last tattoo shop I opened 11 years ago, I was sitting at home, stressed. I had $500 in my name. I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I had a goal. I knew I had to set a goal. I knew I had to reach that goal, and that was my goal. I set that goal when I was in jail. I knew I had to get that goal. And I'm the type of guy, if anybody knows me, knows I go 100% on everything I do. I don't half it. I do it all the way. Because I need it. I need it in my life. I need it to work. Because I've set a goal, and the only way it works for me is when I hit that goal. I feel like if I don't hit that goal, I failed myself. So in life, I've never failed a goal. So that's where I was mindset-wise. And financially, I was broke. Broke. You don't even understand how broke I was. I just had another kid. That was my second kid at the time. I was financially tapped out. I had just recently, the year before, lost my shop, so I was trying to catch up on bills and get myself financially stable again. And I wasn't there. I was working at a gym. I worked myself all the way up to the financial, like I became operations manager. I was making some okay money, nothing great, but I was making some money. And when I opened this shop, you'll see on the summit this weekend what I went through. But all I can tell you is now I've made millions of dollars and I'm on the road to becoming a billionaire. So I want you guys to follow that journey. Man, Larry, you just blew my mind away with what you just said. I'm kind of at a loss of words for that because I feel like you're in my head right now. I feel like me and you could be the same person. I don't know, man. Like, when you say you're going to be a billionaire, man, like, I feel like that's something I want to touch on real quick. Because I know, well, thinking at it, you're saying it to me. Why do you want to be a billionaire? It's a simple answer. Just because I can do it. I don't even care about the money. I haven't cared about money in years, man. When I used to care about money, I would physically obsess over it, and I became so obsessed with money that I forgot about everything else in life. I obsessed with money all the way until October of last year, when I went into a financial burden with couple investments I did, and it started to trickle into my home life and almost caused my marriage. So, you know, I cared about money so much, and then I look back and I'm like, why am I worried about money? I don't need to worry about money. I have plenty of it. I don't need to worry about something I have. So I thought, you know, I wanted to make millions of dollars. You know, I wanted to be a millionaire. Everybody wanted to be this thing. Everybody wanted to be something but didn't know how to. And I didn't know how. And I've made millions of dollars over 11 years of my life. So I'm now set that goal just to prove to myself and prove to others and show the world that if you want to be a billionaire, ask, receive, believe, do it. Trust God and chill. That's why I wear this hoodie, man. It means a lot. You don't understand what it means to me is this. Once I hit it, there's nothing anybody can tell me in this world. I feel that way now, right? And we all live with some doubt, like in your life, where you think, oh, maybe I can't, maybe I can. Well, I really don't. My whole mindset is just built on success. I don't have doubt in my life. I have success. And if I feel like the success isn't in what I'm doing at that moment, I'll cut ties quicker than you blink an eye and go to the next, because I feel like that's what it takes. But you know who you got with you. You know who you need with you to do it. So at the end of the day, you figure it out and you make it work. That's where my mindset is. And when it comes to why I want to be a billionaire, it's to prove to myself, my family, my kids, and the world that I can do it. So when I was in jail, I was in with two guys, Richard and Kevin. They were both in there for murder. One was a safecracker business guy. Another one was a crackhead on the street that found Jesus in jail. So when I was in jail, they pretty much the whole time just mentored me and helped me understand I had a gift that I didn't even see. And they broke it down to me and realized, like, I am good at speaking with people. I can relate to a lot of people. I've lived 100 lives. I can talk to pretty much anybody and relate to somebody in some way or another because of my own life. So when we were there, he was like, man, you got to start writing goals down, man, because I was in jail setting goals and doing stuff in jail that I was like, dang, I'm doing it. Like, I didn't have money coming in. I didn't have commissary. So next thing you know, I started taking talents I had. I had chess talents, and I'm a real good shit talker. Very good at it when I play. So I would gamble a little bit with some, you know, spades and all, whatever we could in jail. And that's how I would make my money to get my food. So I would set goals, and that was one of my goals, was to be able to have a commissary for myself so I wasn't always hungry. And next thing you know, I look back and all three of us have so much food and stuff in ourselves. We're just sitting in there like, dang, we could have been a store if we wanted to. So when I was there, he goes, all right, now I need you to take this to a street, man. Just take this out of the streets, man, and put this into a business mindset. What would you like to do? And he goes, I want you to write down the number one thing that comes to your head, the number one and the number two things, and I want you to set them goals, Larry. What are they? And I was like, Rich, man, like, my number one goal is to have the most elite tattoo shop in the world, studio in the world. And I couldn't even tattoo at the time. I was tattooing with needle and thread and homemade machines at the time. So it's not even like I had the knowledge or know-how to even own a tattoo shop. But I knew I was going to do it. I was like, man, that's what I want to do. He was like, write it down. So I wrote it down. And he was like, what's the next thing you want to do? And I was like, dude, I want to pay my mom back, man. I put her through bankruptcy. She ended up having to put me in a foster home. When I came back at 17, I was in and out. And because my mom couldn't control me and that she had to take me back because of state, I left from affairs and I ended up, they were like, well, you have to sign them out because a parent has to. She wouldn't. And I ended up going to a foster home and sat there until she decided, after me 3 months of begging, she decided to bring me back. So I went through a lot. I put her through so much stuff that I was like, I just want to pay her back for everything I've ever done to her. And I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I want to do that. So I wrote those 2 goals down. And I just worked on them and worked on them. And the craziest part about it is now, you go on Facebook, social media, you'll see it says Artistic Editions, the home of the most elite in the world, because that's what I believe and that's what I know. My mom's house, I bought, paid for it. It's hers. She owns it now. Nobody can take it from her. And I just fully remodeled it all during this COVID-19. So what I can tell you on that is I set these goals. And the reason why I set these goals is because I knew that if I set these goals and I asked, believed, and received, I could do it. Larry, since you set all your goals now, and you said you hit all your goals, I'm eager. I need to know, what's your new goals? What are your new goals? Because you just blew me away with that. And I'm gonna speak on that for a second because I came from a similar background as yours, man. And I appreciate the honesty on that, man, because a lot of people will hide that for no reason when you realize that helps somebody else, right? So I appreciate that. But now I need to know these next goals, man, because I have to hear them. My new goals now are, I'm building a documentary up on how to become a billionaire. And my goal with that is I'm going to turn that from a documentary to a book of TVs, movies, and all that. And I'm going to show you what it takes and how it takes to become a billionaire. Most of it's just faith and hard work and determination. There's a list of things you got to do. And all you got to do is follow me. Follow me on some kind of social media. Follow me in life. Follow me however you want to follow me. Just don't stalk me. Because I'm going to show you. I want to show the world that one day at a time, I'm just going to show you one day at a time how to change your life and how to become whatever it is you want to be. I'm a kid that shouldn't be where I'm at today. If you talk to my people from the past, they'll tell you I was a piece of whatever. That's what I was. It's not what I am. I don't judge people for that reason because of what you were before is not what you are today. You show me who you are today and I'm gonna believe you until I don't. So that's where I feel. And that's on the road to that. I'm on the road to the TV, the movies. What else I have going in the books? You know, the book's coming, that's my goal. I set a lot more goals, but I've already hit them. I set a goal to be in this summit with Les Brown and I'm in it. I set a goal to get a TV series going and I'm working on it right now. So like, I mean, dude, I'm setting goals, but they're just coming left and right. Like, universe like speed. John Tellerico says it all the time, and I'll tell you what, that man ain't lying about that. That universe like speed, that's a quote for the ages, man. That's gonna go in forever. I'm building my nonprofit. I have a nonprofit that's called Next Generation Outcomes. My goal with that is to have that featured all around the world, helping people. I want to take in gifted youth people like artists and, you know, kids with talents or that they don't even know they have, and just help them and teach them and show them the right way and the steps that they can go into helping themselves, because we were all lost at one time. So those are my goals for now, man. All right, Larry, since we've heard some good stuff and I'm loving it, and I know my listeners are going to love it. My next thing for you is, tell me a little bit about, can I hear the story? Can I hear the story about yourself that you're going to talk about in the summit? Is that something you think you can do? If it isn't, I understand. I don't want to, I'm not trying to pressure anything, but I would love to hear your story, man. And I think the world would too. So growing up as a kid, we had a lot of racial tension around us. And my mom and dad did a great job. They never let us feel it at the house. Like, even though there was racism all around us, when we walked in that house, there was no racism there. And until the day that I had to learn about racism. The day I had to learn about racism, my dad and I were at the ice house, and we were sitting there chipping ice off an ice block, putting it in his cooler to get ready for the day to go out to start cutting grass and stuff. And as we're chipping this ice, this man comes up and like just starts cussing my dad out. And I'm 10 years old, man. I don't know what this is all about. I don't even know what he's saying, like why he's saying the stuff he's saying. And then he turns and he focuses his energy on me, and he's just telling me, "Come here, boy, you're gonna come with me. I'm gonna take you where you belong." And I'm just like, what the hell? What's going on? And I'm like freaking out, crying. My dad's like, "No, you're not." And he stepped in front of the guy, and the guy tried to grab my wrist, and my dad stabbed him with the ice pick. All right, guys, I know y'all wanted to see the rest of that video, but I'm sorry, the summit's tomorrow, so I want you guys to come watch the summit and see the rest of the story. I appreciate you guys following me. Thanks for all the support. Don't forget to keep that billionaire mindset. See you tomorrow at 10. Have a good day.